I feel a recreation center is viable for any active community. Any growing community, any healthy community needs a recreation center, not just for its citizens, but for its children, to be able to experience all the great opportunities that exist and helping them understand what they can accomplish physically, mentally, and emotionally. I think a recreation center is the key to fundamentally expand that within a community.
Just to enhance the quality of life here, because we need a place for our kids to have places to go, to get out of the house instead of all of these video games or whatever. We want to keep our kids active. We want to give them opportunities. We want to help them grow.
I think it's very important for the community because it will kind of pull a community together. Also for families, I think recreation is very important in one's life, and it will be a wonderful project for many years to come. So I think it's a gathering place for maybe the Santaquin people. They'll have somewhere to go together to hang out as a community too. So I think it's very important that we have one in the city.
There's never been a whole lot for kids to do. I think having a rec center would give a place for the youth, kids, and even families something to do here in Santaquin. I also, from recreation standpoint, it would be nice to have a place to coordinate the basketball games and volleyball games rather than just using the 3 schools that we have in town.
In Santaquin, we don't have like a lot of things that especially teenagers can go out and do. It's usually like more in Payson or Spanish Fork that we have to travel to, so I think somewhere closer and more closer to home would be very nice to have, and I think that would be very useful.
A recreation center is needed in Santaquin because currently we have no place to go for recreation activities. If we want to go swim with our family, if we want to go exercise, we have to go to other towns, and their cities benefit because of us. Let's keep our money in Santaquin.
I feel a recreation center is needed because it will allow our youth something to do, or give our youth something to do as they progress in their lives, as they get a little bit older. I feel we're lacking with the junior high school age kids having something to be able to do in Santaquin.
I feel like it'll really benefit the community to have somewhere that people can go. It gets diverse. There's a lot of different things for people to do, like the track, the weights, everything like that. Right now, a lot of our programs that are available are either to kind of young kids or adults, but not really that middle ground. And so it's a place where the community can come together, and there should be something for everybody.
A place for the youth and adolescents in our community to gather and do positive things with their energy and their time.
Well, I grew up in Santaquin as a young man, and I'm trying to remember the recreation opportunities we had, green apple fights, playing in the irrigation ditches, things like that. I think nowadays parents are hoping for something a little better, whether it be soccer, junior jazz, tumbling, gymnastics classes, and it's great that we get the facilities to provide this for the citizens. Facilities that they can participate in these year-round.
We need a location that can be used by the city. There's really no place for people to hold a family gathering. We have a lot of younger people, and we also have a lot of older people. And there's a lot that could be offered there with the aquatics, with the exercise equipment, with the different activities. It can reach out to many people. We're far enough away, I think, from the larger towns over north that we need something that would benefit and help the citizens of our community.
Me and Liz are both on the high school swim team, and unfortunately there's not a pool open year-round very close by, so it would just be fantastic if there was one closer and we could practice more often. It would be so convenient.
With the growth that we're having, a lot of people that are moving in are younger. That's what's happening nowadays, is the younger people want a place to exercise and to get together and do those things. I think it's a great opportunity for our community to pull together and get to know each other even more.
I think it's kind of a good location because it's on a state highway. Potentially it will be at some point in the middle of the city. Easy access off of I-15, a mile and a quarter. You got traffic coming from the other little communities to the west and south. I think internally we can come from the north through city streets and from the east from city streets. I believe that it's easy to find. It's on the main drag. It's in a wonderful location. I believe too that with that being in that location, that will actually stimulate more commercial activity within the city.
I feel like the location will be really great to bring our community together. It's easy to access from Summit Ridge. The core part of town, it's easy to access, and it's just right off Main Street, even for the East Bench. I'm excited to kind of have things move that direction, where Main Street seems kind of full of the things we can put on it. It'll be really nice to have Main Street continue down. It'll help also bring our neighbors to the west.
Visually, as it's been said before, on the way out of town, that's kind of a rough area that doesn't look the best. And I think putting a really nice, big, beautiful building out there will help that area visually. Economically, I think it'd be really good to bring in something that will bring families together in one location for different businesses to build around and base our economy off of. I used to live in the old part of town, and I moved up to Summit Ridge. And as much as people think there isn't a divide, there is a divide between the two communities. And I think putting this in that location where the two communities come together is a great idea, just to kind of unify the city a little bit better in that area.
Perfect place for the rec center because it's central to everyone in the whole city, and it will really help to unite the city. It's on a main road, and the traffic flow and access is really easy and accessible.
And it is close to a UTA route, so individuals could catch the bus. The majority of residents ask for a recreation center in or close to the core area of Santaquin so that everyone could have easy access.
Is an ideal location on the west side of town, on Main Street, with commercial property around it. That could bring businesses in because of the people going in and out of the rec center. Could really be a good location for businesses as well. With the Summit Ridge Parkway being extended to Highway 6 and Main Street, I think the traffic going by that's going to increase. I think it's just a great location.
I think it's the gateway as people come into town. It's one of the last things as you leave town. We don't really have anything over there. The proposed location couldn't be any better.
Right now, the facility that we have and that we use in the senior center is becoming too small for our needs. We can seat 96 people to eat, and we roughly have between 85 and 90. The last time we met together with a group, we've had 104 people. And so we have to set up extra tables and chairs and find them. I think this would be good also. I have a lot that would like to use the exercise equipment a lot more. We're only there one day a week. This might be able to facilitate them being able to do that. I would like to expand and more than one day a week and offer other activities.
Oh, our community is in dire need of a location for our senior citizens. To be able to meet and to have things, a meal and play games together and do things that they like doing. And this is an opportunity to have enough room, a space where they could use that and be able to have their meetings and to be able to bless each other, their lives by doing so. And this banquet room that is proposed with the rec center would be an ideal spot for that, with enough parking and enough open area that they could really benefit by it.
Also, it could be used for weddings or other activities, anything that they wanted to rent it out for.
Yeah, if it had a portable stage, which I think is in the plans, there could be a lot of different things happening there. Yep.
I think the senior citizens in our community could benefit from the rec center by having their own area at the rec center, someplace that they could gather, they could meet, meals would be able to be cooked or prepared there, give them an opportunity to be there year-round, including the summertime if they extended their program through the summertime. So I think the biggest thing is it would allow them to have more room. I know they want to expand some of their their activities that they're able to do, and I know there's quite a bit of senior citizens who participate in these activities, so a little more extra room would definitely help them out.
I've spent a lot of time in the senior center just because my mom works there and I've performed for them. And it's kind of a rundown little place a little bit. It's small, the kitchen's very small as well, and their sound system's not very good, and it's just, I don't know. I feel like we'd get more seniors to participate in the lunches if they had a better area to be, and it'd be more, I guess, convenient as well.
So right now they're meeting in the old school, and I worked in there for over 5 years, and it's a rough place to work in and to be in. And I think moving that to this new building will help them feel involved and appreciated, and I also think it'll just give them a boost to their program if they wanted to grow that program. I think this will help them, give them that opportunity to grow and make the senior program even better than it already is.
The Recreation Center will benefit the senior citizens of our community first by providing a clean and healthy building and space for them to use with a state-of-the-art industrial kitchen to prepare their meals and a space that's large enough for them to come and enjoy. The senior citizen program in our community is growing and it has more participants every year, but the facility that they use right now is not healthy or safe. So one of our goals as city leaders is to provide a healthy and safe space for our seniors to meet so that they can enjoy that social time together and have friends and connections in the community, have their home cooked meal, have an opportunity where they have shelves of books and computers to use and other things that they may not be able to enjoy as much at home.
I personally believe that a recreation center and a senior citizen center actually are a great combination. You know, as our adult population ages, they need to be around other people. They need to be able to have access to other types of activities, you know, to help their physical strength, their mental strength, their emotional strength. I think taking care of them is important. And I think a rec center gives them a better quality of life if they want it.
I expect that my family will use this rec center 2 to 3 times a week for the batting cages that can be there, for the track because we love running, and also for the swimming pool.
Currently, we go to the gym about 5 days a week, so if we had a facility here, I know my wife and I would benefit at least 4 days a week, possibly 5. My kids would be able to be there quite often, especially if there's a aquatics center attached to it.
I also work at Payson Pool, and it's just really cool to see all the families come together and just to enjoy themselves while they're at the pool, and I think it would be cool to see that happen here in our community in Santaquin as well as it would happen at Payson. And I know my brother is a big baseball fanatic, and so having the idea of the batting cages there, he would love that, and my dad would be able to spend more time with us because he also loves that, and it'd just be a great way for my family personally to spend more time together.
I think since Payson has like an outdoor pool, I think it'd be nice to see an indoor pool that we can use like all year round. And volleyball courts would be nice just so I can go practice because I play volleyball for the high school. So I wouldn't have to travel down to Payson all the time. It'd be nice to be closer. And I think just any sports that anyone is interested in, that would be easier to practice down here. And I think pickleball courts would be really fun because that's like my favorite thing ever. So yeah.
Part of this job, what I really love is the opportunities for the employment. So, you know, children or referees and stuff. When I was younger, they used to be able to be grocery store stockers. You know, they could stock shelves and everything like that. And the opportunities kind of disappeared with the recession. A lot of adults needed those jobs. And I'm not sure that it ever really went back to our youth. And so with our youth sports and everything, I watch the children grow that are not only participating with these real life experiences, good, bad, whatever you want to call it, they're real life experiences. And then to watch these officials actually go out there and do something that's really scary. A lot of adults don't want to do that. But it's an opportunity, it's a job. They're responsible, they show up. They might get yelled at, they might get cheered on, you know, it's an opportunity. So I feel like the rec center will give us that much more. You know, we'll be able to have the lifeguards, we'll be able to have trainings, we'll be able to bring people from the outside in, you know, hold meetings here, stuff like that. Like it's an opportunity for the community in more ways than just health and wellness. You know, there's just not a lot of jobs available here, so it'll kind of help with that.
The only thing I'd like to add is look at the big picture as we go through this process. Look at the opportunity that this will allow for not only the youth, but all the families in Santaquin. Look at the senior center or the seniors who will be able to benefit from it. I think that every resident inside of Santaquin will be able to benefit from the rec center.
Having the Erkin Rec building, it just kind of, our town has been known for orchards and stuff, and that building has been used as a cold storage shed for fruit of all different sorts, and it's kind of fun to be able to not only save the city money and give us a bigger area that we could put a recreation center in, but also kind of some memories, and it's just kind of cool that you could turn that into something that would benefit the community.
As I've worked with the city staff on preparing this master plan, I've really been impressed with the city staff and with the recreation department in their desire to provide facilities that will benefit all, those with young children, those with teens, single adults, on up to senior citizens. I think they're looking to provide facilities that will benefit all citizens of the community.
This has been a blessing to our city, this opportunity to have a recreation center where it is. When the Erkin Bracs came forward with the opportunity for us to purchase it and to be able to work so closely with them, and the legacy that could be theirs if we could put their name on it or whatever it might be, what a blessing to our community. And to be able to honor someone that's worked hard all their lives to get the building and whatever they have there, to be able to have something that the community can enjoy for years to come. And I'm just thrilled with this opportunity.
I know that there are a lot of residents who are concerned about how much a facility like this might cost and how much their property taxes would increase and how that would affect them and their household and their budget. They're asking questions like, are we really ready for a facility like this? And my answer is yes, we are ready. I mentor the Youth City Council, and the number one thing that the youth who participate in that program have commented to me is that they don't have a place to hang out in the community. They don't have a lot of opportunity to be involved with our city. And the youth in our community are such a great resource, and we want to help them to be strong and to have friendships and relationships and connections in our community. Research has shown that when youth feel more involved and make contributions to their community, the incidences of delinquency reduce. So vandalism and other things the like that do damage to our community can potentially go down when more youth feel connected and have opportunities to do good things.
I can assure you that kids being involved in wholesome activities are a lot better than kids being involved in unwholesome activities, because there's nothing for them to do. And all communities benefit from that. So I think as we, as citizens of Santaquin, reflect on the benefits of a recreation center, I think we need to look outside of just some of the basic programs we think of as a rec center. We got to think of it more as a community involvement center.
I think the design is unbelievably good. I'm very excited to see how that all comes out. I will be very happy to come back to that recreation center, not working there, but actually recreating there. I will be very happy. Not one sad part about coming back and not working, but recreating will be fun. Looking forward to it.